Making something really good is scary. This is a quote from Alex Bloomberg. You may know him from the popular podcast NPR Planet Money and This American Life. He recently did a interview with Tim Ferriss on the Tim Ferriss Show, talking about creating great podcasts. It got me thinking of my own fears in building a personal brand online, creating videos on YouTube, as well as creating my own podcasts, and how it's so similar to powerlifting and strength training. Just as Ben Rice, I'm sure all of you that watch my channel know Ben Rice, and if you don't, you need to look him up, has said in many of his videos on how he uses powerlifting as a conduit for personal development, using his personal experience and strength gains under the barbell as a way to spill or carry over into other aspects in his life, to make his life better, to make himself better. Making something really good is scary because it means you put a significant amount of time and effort into a project, expecting others to see it, that it's actually good. And of course, as with many things, not everyone is going to agree with you. There's nothing more frightening than pouring your heart and soul into a project, hours and hours of labor, and have other people think that it's garbage, utter garbage. Pouring your heart and soul into a training program, all the effort to push yourself so that you can attain hitting a PR. Nothing is worse than the thought of failing. And I think that's worth repeating because it's really the thought of failing. Nothing's worse than that. You work your ass off for weeks following a plan or program, setting you up for the powerlifting platform. To me, that's very much like YouTube. You spend time recording video, curating content, and editing film to bring video to the platform. In this case, the YouTube platform. The judges are your viewers. In sports like powerlifting, the rules are mostly black and white. 3 white lights, 3 red lights. Lift or no lift. The fear of failure is real. The feeling is real, and it's paralyzing at times. It can cause for why you don't try, or in my case, not try hard enough. To work hard enough, to half-ass and sandbag your efforts when you know you can do better. You can do better, I can do better. When you sign up for a powerlifting meet or any competition, something changes inside of you. It's like a switch from casual to oh shit. Shit just got real. Quotations. There's nothing in the world that's like it. Competition brings out the best in us. If you're thinking about doing a meet, but you're on the fence of doing a powerlifting meet, just sign up. Trust me when I say the whole world will change for you. If you've never done one or competed in anything for a very long time, it will really focus you. It's focus that you can buy. Earlier I said fear is real, regardless of what stupid acronyms you've heard, but almost always it's the thought of the fear that's the most debilitating at times. The thought of failing that's paralyzing. But when you conquer that thought, it is invigorating. You are working your ass off, doing the best you can in your training to take you to the next stage in your life, or in my case, as I view it, the next stage or level in my life. So here's my question to you: what's your next stage what's the next stage in your life? Both fitness, powerlifting, strength training, and personal business. Because we're all here to get better, not just getting stronger, but also getting better in life. This video here is from 2 separate workouts, one on February 4th and February 9th. The first one was pause squats, and here is some paused block pulls, and they were freaking brutal. It's only 5:05, but it looks like I'm doing triples, taking my time between repetitions, but I swear to God, I felt like my face was going to explode, or my stomach was going to explode. Just something was going to explode, having that pressure. And for those of you that do conventional deadlift, and you get sticking points and you try to push yourself through lifts, man, it's when you get to mid shin or even just a little bit above the shin, it is, and you're at 90%, or you're fatigued and you're just getting some work done, it's pretty freaking tough. And I figured since this is one of my sticking points where I get slow, I figure I'd try to do some pause work here I'm kind of conflicted whether I'm going to decide to do, should I work on pause work off of blocks, or should I focus on trying to keep a more neutral back and strengthen my neutral backness. So kind of deciding what to do. I kind of haven't figured it out, but I'm having fun with it. These are kind of high block pulls. If you're curious to know the height of my blocks, these are like some 2x4s. I think they're 3.5 inches, and then the block below it is about, I think, an inch, so probably about 4.5 inches is about the height of my blocks. The bar I'm using is Olympic bar. It's not a Deadlift Texas bar, but it has a decent amount of flex. My experience with training for powerlifting meet is I've always found that I've always pulled more on the platform, for the simple fact that I don't train with a bar. The bar that you use in competition has so much more whip and so much more flex. It behaves so much more differently, especially when you get close to 600 pounds. So there's a lot of flex in there. That's one of the reasons why I was able to get 600 off the ground on my deadlift meet, over Boss Barbell. And these barbells don't quite behave the same way. And I guess I can kind of say is that whatever you can do in the gym with stiffer bars, you're probably going to have to do. You'll most likely be able to do better on the with a Texas bar in competition. But the thing that I find issues with that is that it's even though it does help you, it kind of messes with your timing, especially at max weight. When I pulled that 573, that thing, was super easy. I can still remember what that felt like. And then 600, my timing was just really bad. So, I don't know. Eventually in the future, especially after I hit 600, I'm definitely going to go buy a bar, because I do want to hit 700 pounds one day. So those are just some thoughts. I want to end the video here. Leave a comment below if you have a question or want to maybe suggest some sort of content for me to create. Please leave a comment, and then it kind of helps me out build stuff together. And I'll see you guys in the next video.